Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Like the person you show the world isn't really you? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into the blueprint of you and figure out how to step into the life you were actually designed to live.
So let's just start with a really big question, right out of the gate. Who are you, really? I mean, not the you that's defined by your job or your past or what other people think, but the you at the very, very core of your being. We're going to go on a journey to find that person.
Wow. Does this sound familiar at all? That little nagging voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you're not wanted, that you're not worthy? This is a real person's story, but honestly, it could be any of ours. Today, we're going to learn how to spot those lies and replace them with a truth that will absolutely set you free. So, are you ready to start this transformation? Here's the roadmap for our time together. We'll kick things off by exploring this whole question of identity. Then, we'll uncover what's called your original design. From there, we'll learn how to tear down those limiting beliefs and build a new foundation using the power of I am statements. And by the end, you'll be ready to write and, more importantly, live a brand new story.
Okay, let's dive right into our first section. This whole part is built around one single, powerful idea that can change, well, everything.
I want you to really listen to this, because this might be the most important thing you hear today. You become what you believe. Look, we've all got stories of pain, of being hurt, but we also have a choice. Are you going to let that pain define you? Or will you choose to believe in a deeper, more powerful truth about who you really are? Think of those negative thoughts that hold you back. They're like these mental prisons we build for ourselves. We call them strongholds, and they're built brick by brick from past hurts and the lies we started to believe. These walls keep us from seeing who we truly are. But you know what? Today, we're going to learn how to tear them down.
So how do we actually break free from these prisons? Well, it's not a passive process. It is a battle. You have to take every single one of those negative thoughts captive. The second a thought like, I am no good, pops into your head, you have to challenge it, reject it, and replace it with the truth. I am a masterpiece. This is a fight for your freedom, and it's a fight you can absolutely win.
So if we're not our negative thoughts, then who are we? Get ready, because we're about to discover the incredible truth of your original design. This is the real you, the you that's been waiting to be unleashed this whole time.
Your original design. I mean, just think about that phrase. It's the masterpiece that is you. It's the unique, beautiful, and powerful person you were created to be. This is your true self, totally untouched by the hurts and failures of the past. It's the core of who you are, just waiting to be rediscovered.
You know, this story about Jesus' baptism, it teaches us something so profound. Your identity is not based on what you do, but on who you are. Before Jesus performed a single miracle, before he did anything great, a voice from heaven declared who he was. He was a beloved son, not because of his accomplishments, but simply because of his being. And that's a powerful reminder that your worth is inherent, not earned.
Okay, that's a really powerful idea. But what if you don't feel like a beloved child? What if you feel small, insignificant, maybe even like the least of the least? What then? You know, there's this story about a man named Gideon who was literally hiding because he felt so small and worthless. And maybe that's you. Maybe you've been hiding in the shadows. But I want you to hear this. You are being called out of your hiding place. You are being called a mighty hero, not because of who you feel like right now, but because of the incredible potential of who you were designed to be. It's time to step into that bigger story. Okay, so we all have this mighty hero within us, this original design. But to unleash that hero, we first have to break down the walls of our own limiting beliefs. So let's talk about how to bridge that gap between who you feel you are and who you were truly meant to be. The very first step to breaking down your limiting beliefs is to just change your perspective. Imagine just for a moment that you're looking down on your life from a mountaintop. From way up there, your problems suddenly look smaller, right? And your path becomes a whole lot clearer. That's the power of seeing yourself from heaven's perspective. When you do that, you'll start to see the truth of who you really are.
All right, are you ready to learn a ninja move for your mind? The second a negative thought tries to attack, you have to be quick. Recognize it for what it is, an attack. Reject it and immediately replace it with the truth of your original design. It's a lightning-fast move that will stop those negative thoughts dead in their tracks.
Now that ninja move is a powerful defensive tool, but to really build a new identity, we need an offensive strategy. And that is where the power of I am declarations comes in. This is how we proactively shape our beliefs and literally create the life we want. And the ultimate example of this is Jesus himself. He didn't just hope to be the light of the world, he declared it. His I am statements are an incredible model for how to speak our own identity into existence. So the question is, what are the I am statements that are going to define your life? Okay, I know what some of you might be thinking right now. When we start saying things like, I am a leader, or I am courageous, there's this little voice inside that whispers, whoa, isn't that a little prideful? Who do you think you are? And that's a really common hesitation, because for many of us, it feels unnatural to speak with that kind of confidence. But let me just flip that on its head for you. It is not pride to declare who you are. You know what the real pride is? It's letting your doubts and your fears call the shots. True humility is actually agreeing with the truth of your original design. So, I am giving you permission to stand tall and declare the truth of who you are made to be. Okay, enough talk. Now it's your turn. Let's get really practical. We're going to walk through the process of taking the truth of your original design and actually building your own powerful I am statements. So here's what you do. Find a quiet space and just let the truth of who you are wash over you. Read through the words that have been spoken over you, the insights you've had. Look for the golden threads that run through all of it, the themes that just kind of shimmer with truth. Then group those treasures together and craft them into powerful I am statements that will become the anthem of your new life. And here are a few pro tips to help you out. If you feel drawn to a certain biblical figure, study their story and see what it reveals about you. And hey, don't just dismiss insights that don't make sense right now. There's a great story about a woman who was told she'd own a pet shop and she just laughed. But years later, that's exactly what happened. And finally, write your declarations down and put them everywhere. Let them be a constant reminder of the truth of who you are. Are you ready to see the power of I am in action? Let's look at some real-life stories of people who have totally transformed their lives just by declaring their original design. Seriously, get ready to be inspired. This first one comes from a man whose life used to be defined by addiction. He felt like he was leading people down a path of total destruction. But after discovering his original design, he declared this new, powerful truth over himself. And get this was his second declaration. I mean, can you imagine that complete reversal? He went from seeing himself as a force for darkness to a force for light. It's just an incredible testament to the power of a transformed identity. I love this one because of how specific it is. This person didn't just say they were a teacher, but a creative one. That unlocks such a unique part of their design, pointing to exactly how they're meant to inspire others. Just think about the power in this statement. This isn't a passive identity, it's an active one. This is someone who knows they can walk into chaotic situations, into the storms in people's lives, and bring a real sense of peace and stability. I love the modern, dynamic energy of this one. It's not just about sharing a message, it's about doing it with speed and power and this unstoppable momentum. It speaks volumes about this person's passion and drive. This is just a declaration of profound self-worth, and it's rooted in this ancient wisdom. This is someone claiming not just their intelligence, but their intrinsic, immeasurable value as a person. It's beautiful. Here's someone connects their identity to an inspiring historical figure. By saying like Esther, they're not just claiming courage in general, but a specific kind of courage, a willingness to stand up for others, to risk everything for a greater purpose. You know, sometimes the most powerful statements are the most direct. This isn't about what might happen in the future, it's a declaration of what has already been proven. It's a statement of pure, unshakable resilience that was forged in the fire of past trials. And finally, a statement that's all about impact. This person understands that they are here to create momentum, to lift things, to make things happen. They bring the kind of energy that elevates everything and everyone around them. So please remember this, discovering your original design is not a destination. It's not a one-and-done thing. It is the beginning of an exciting, lifelong adventure. Every single day is a new opportunity to declare your truth, to reinforce your identity, and to become more and more the person you were created to be. So, you have the blueprint, you have the tools. The only question left is, what are you going to build? Who will you declare yourself to be today? The journey starts right now. Go write your new story.